Alright, so I'm Rett Daniels with Jackson County Board of County Commissioners, and today I wanted to go over kind of the basic operations and emergency functions of the control panels and grinder stations affiliated with the Indian Springs Sewer Project. Right now we're in the phase 1 area that has the control panel, and I will go through this real quick. So to start off with, at a bare minimum, you'll need a flathead screwdriver to actually access the internals of the panel. First thing you want to do is loosen these bolts, pop the lid, and that'll give you access to the inside of the panel. Now, the only reason you want to be in here is to disconnect or turn the breaker off for the main pump. If you have a generator that's running your whole house and you don't want the extra draw all the time, you can come out, exercise it as needed, leave your float switch on so you'll be alerted of a high level, and then you can kill the breaker. And then when needed, if your alarm comes on, turn the breaker back on, pump it down, turn it right back off. Every panel comes with its own generator plug. This is a standard NEMA 4-prong 240 volt plug. Also on the side below the panel, or below the generator plug, you'll see the alarm silent switch. This right here is the actual alarm horn. So if you do have a high level alarm, push the silence button, the light and the alarm will turn off. Now, once you've inserted your generator plug, your minimum generator size to run this control panel and grinder pump is a 5 kW, so 5,000 watt generator minimum, and that'll take care of the startup and the runtime. Now, I would recommend, if you have a generator running your entire house, that if it were wired in to your main switch panel, like I said, keep this turned off so you don't have too much draw on your inside electronics, but you can turn it on. I want to dive into the wet well really quick. We're going to save y'all the views of inside here, but these wet wells have a capacity of about 23 to 25 gallons of liquid per foot. They're 4-foot tanks, so it's about 100 gallons per tank. Now, we do have the float set where the pump itself stays submerged all the time. That helps with run temperatures and making sure there's enough liquid so it doesn't airlock and it can continue getting liquid. So you got 100 gallons total, about 50 gallons of capacity if you were to have a power failure. So let's say you don't have a whole house generator, you don't have a small generator, you got 50 gallons, which doesn't sound like a lot, but per average toilets, you're going to be looking at 1.5 gallons per flush. So with 50 gallons to spare, that's a lot of toilet flushes. A lot of people are concerned with Hurricane Ian that was coming up the coast, that might be coming to hit us, that they were going to have sewer backing up in the yards and have all these, or backing up in the houses and having all these issues. Not necessarily the case. If you are on this grinder system and you have sewage backing up into your home, chances are you've got a problem inside your home and you need to call a plumber. These wet wells are not liquid sealed, so if you do have a high level or overflow, it will run out in the yard. It's not going to come back up into your house, and they were designed that way specifically for this instance. We didn't want, if we were to have an extensive power outage, we didn't want people to be afraid to use their inside plumbing. Now, for phase 1 residents, keep in mind, if you are signed up with water and sewer, by state law, our water system is on generators, and we will be providing water throughout the entire duration of any major outage. If you are on phase 2 or beyond, you may still be on your private well. If you don't have a generator to run your well, obviously you're not going to be using water to wash clothes or wash dishes or bathe or toilet or whatever. But if you are in phase 1, just be cognizant of your water usage. And like I said, your average flush is around 1.5 gallons. Typical shower, if you were to take a full shower, and you're looking 17 gallons, 20 gallons. So even still, not a lot when you look at the 50 gallon of capacity. But if you do have the option to exercise your pump ever so often to keep that level down, you shouldn't have any problems.